I usually get a lot of applications from people who are looking for research roles within our organization. And the two things that I look for in those portfolios that I think are the most important things that any researcher should have in terms of the skills. The first thing is obviously, this is an example portfolio where I'm looking at person is working to build a lifestyle productivity app that enhances people's waking up process by restricting the mobile usage in the morning. It's a really cool idea. So I'm looking at the research, the user research, and the first thing I see is this person says, okay, I'm doing online research, I'm doing a personal interview, and then I'm doing case studies. And here are my interview questions. Now, what I'm struggling with is I don't really understand what were the research questions this person was trying to answer, and why were those research questions important for the product that he's developing. So that is one question. The other aspect is, okay, I understand now you defined your research questions. Now, why did you choose a particular methodology? What was your protocol? How did you go about planning your study? Now, unless and until I don't understand the thought process behind why you're choosing a particular methodology or what your research questions are, it becomes really hard for me to even comment on why you did something you did. And it kind of does not help me understand your thought process. And again, keep in mind that if you're being hired for a research role, you're probably going to be working on a very different product. And so I don't really care about what you've done for one specific product, but I really do care about your thought process in terms of how you went about solving that problem. And that is what is more important. The second thing that I look for is, okay, so you've got your data. I look for the analysis of that data. What was the analysis that you did? Now, when analyzing, there are two things that you look to understand, two different concepts. The first one is a finding, and the second one is an insight. A finding is simply that says 1 in 4 people check their phone less than a minute after waking up. Great, I understand. That's just raw data, that involves some kind of statistical analysis. Or, but the point is, what does it mean? What is the consequence of that? What if you said, 1 in 4 adults check their phone to look at time? So now I know that people have a need where they need to see the time and they use their cell phone as a timekeeping device. Or you say 1 in 4 check their phone because they want to check their emails. They want to see if they received a particularly important email. Now that is telling me that people feel the need to be connected. Again, understanding there's a huge difference between a finding and an insight. A finding is simply saying 1 in 4 adults check their phone. An insight is they check it because they want to see the time, or they check it because they want to stay up to date with what's going on. Right? They check it because they want to check what they want to see, what their calendar is for the day. Now that insight is going to be very crucial for me to evolve my product. So again, when I'm looking at a portfolio, I look to see, are they giving me findings or are they giving me insights? Now, unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand the fact. And so most of the data that I see is findings. And once the finding comes in, then it tells me that, you do not necessarily know the difference between a finding and an insight. So then I would not select. If I had to give an advice to all the budding researchers out there, I would say focus on these two things. One is focus on your methodology, focus on the research questions you're answering, and then explain your thought process in terms of why you chose the particular protocol that you did. And the second thing is understand the difference between a finding and an insight, and make sure you talk about insights, because insights are what help products evolve. Findings are simply things that help people kind of know new facts. So I hope that is very helpful. Thank you.